Oh, how's it, guys? Welcome to another edition of Movement Tuesdays. I don't know, man. I chose Tuesdays to do movement videos, so take it or leave it. Anyways, guys, yeah. So an essential movement that we should be able to do, and most people have forgotten to do, is a hinge, which means we hinge from the hips. Right, a lot of people got a hunch going because of sitting in front of computers the whole day, sitting in a car, bad posture and all that stuff. So we tend to shut off these muscles at the back, the posterior, the glutes, the hamstrings. They start going, well, we don't need to activate, you sit in us all day, why do we need to be working? Right, but that obviously leads to some lower back issues, some postural issues, some pains and aches that we need to address. So, I'm going to show you a little exercise that incorporates the hinge. It's a very well-known exercise. It's the Romanian or straight-legged deadlift. Right, you can use dumbbells, you can use a barbell. If you're really just starting out, you just do some good mornings without any equipment for a start. Right, first up, let's look at some technique. I often like to do things like this, barefoot. Let's get rid of those modern pieces of shoes. Right, barefoot or with socks for this little purpose that we got here because it's a bit cool this morning still. Don't call me that. I can hear you. Anyways, foot placement is pretty important when you do things like deadlifts, squats, stuff like that. So I like doing it barefoot. I like getting myself grounded, getting the big toes, little toes, heels grounded and on the ground, solid. Doesn't grounded mean on the ground? Anyways, yeah. So nice wide stance. Don't go too narrow. Get it onto like hip width or just outside. Make sure you plant everything. Before you look at any type of equipment that you're going to use for this exercise, you need to learn to keep your back nice and straight for this exercise specifically. You want to target those hamstrings. You want them to take most of the tension and do most of the work. So practice doing this first. Tail up at the back, chest up at the front. Try to maintain that spinal position and hinge forward, pushing the hips back a little bit. You notice that we call it a straight leg deadlift, but there's a little bit of a bend in the knees when we do this. So that's the movement you need to practice first. Then when you are really efficient at this movement, you can look at bringing in some resistance. I know it's light, it's okay, it's just for demo's sake. Right, so get a nice grip, outside leg width, get your feet planted once again, chest up, tail up, and stretch as far as you can, keeping the bar nice and close to your legs and coming up and extending. Once again, getting down and back up. That's it for the barbell. Right, got it on the barbell? No problem. You can use some dumbbells. When I use dumbbells, I like to teach my people to do it with a slight external rotation to be able to pull those shoulders back a little bit more and getting into that same action there. Watch the hip position, remains lumbar spine, stays in the same position. Doesn't matter how you do it. Right, like I said, if you don't have any equipment, really just starting out with exercise, you can even do it in the morning. You can have your hands up here, putting it open, tail up, chest up, hinge forward as far as your body allows. If it's only up here, that's fine. Gradually over time, you can increase that range of motion and get into that really good stretching position for the hamstrings. If you want to progress this one a little bit up, you can even stretch out and up as you lean forward into it. Alright guys, hope you find it useful. Let me know what you think. Cheers.